Gold medal match about to get underway here on centre court. Brazil playing in yellow against the USA in red. It's Brazil with the serve. And it's Phil Dalhausser who's going to have the first opportunity to side out. Good pick up from Emanuel Rigo. What a start! Great play, completely against the form book and any tactics, going at Phil Dalhausser, and it pays dividends. Rigo then wipes off, and Brazil have their first point from serve. That's where Dalhausser's going to have the edge. Cerruti's going to have to be absolutely on his game to stop him at the net. These two teams have met on 9 occasions, and it's the USA who've won 8 of them. That time, though, there was too much line for Dalhausser to operate with. Nice pick up. And that's off of the USA and out, is it? Well, no, not according to the first official. Maybe there was a net touch here as... yeah, net touch, so it was off of Dalhausser and out, but the net touch was against Allisson. For Emanuel and Allisson, they've made it into 4 finals, but have only picked up 4 silver medals, and on each occasion they've played Phil and Todd. So they know what it's all about. They're still looking for their first gold medal together. And if they're going to do it again, it's going to have to be against Phil and Todd. But something that's developed in Alisson's game is that particular shot, the roll shot. The beat shots have started to come into his arsenal, and it makes him a formidable opponent. And it's an interesting tactic from Brazil to go at Dalhausser, because nobody goes anywhere near him because he's just so high, he hits hard. Brazil are taking their chances. They feel they can get something from him. So Dalhausser with the serve, he'll come through to block. That's quite tight. Dalhausser fancies his chances, but it's off the block and out. It's going to be a very interesting battle between those two at the net today. Allisson and Dalhausser in the top 5 blockers on the World Tour. Certainly in my top 5 in their ability to get across the net and block and turn it almost into an indoor type blocking situation. First end change, they're always on multiples of 7, and the reason the players change ends, for those of you maybe new to the game, is so that there's no advantage to be had from either side of the court, as Allisson thumps that one down the line. The wind could be blowing from one end to the other, the sun may be in the players' eyes, and that's why they change ends, so they both have to deal with that. And right now, USA not dealing with that. Good block, nice touch, and you would not think, would you, that Emanuel's 38 years of age. He's so lithe, so fit, and he was off and running here as if he had a pair of shoes on a running track. Only disadvantage was he went with his wrong hand, should have gone with his left. That's what Dalhausser wants. That's the game plan the USA have. Force Allisson in, and then force him into the cross-court shot with Dalhausser waiting to react. Great work this time. The angle was much better from Allisson. A little bit further off the net, a little bit further away from Dalhausser, more space to work with. Emanuel. Great pick up. Oh, what a put away that is! Have some of that. Warm-up hit for Allisson. Straight up onto the net, bang, straight down it goes. And he's straight away acknowledging Emanuel. Good angle. Well, Dalhausser knows this is for real. He knows now he's the man who's got to get the side outs. And he got that one. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. There's no way that Todd Rogers knew where that ball was going until it had left the Cats' hands. So much time. He's still playing that on the way up. It's amazing to watch. Great play. The tactics are working for Brazil. Allisson dropping the ball short. Dalhausser didn't like it, and then Todd having to stretch, and Allisson making the block, finishing what he started. That time, though, there was no getting near Dalhausser. Straight over the top of the block. The chance that Emanuel has now, though, is the fact that Dalhausser has to go so high, the ball stays in the air a little bit longer, and there's time for Emanuel to run him down. Wonderful. It's a battle of the big boys at the net, there's no doubt about that. Little change up. Rogers with his first side-out chance. Oh, and that nearly worked for Brazil. Allisson had made the break, but then he got turned viciously by the ball. By the time he played it, he pretty much had his back to the net. Nothing to separate the two teams at the moment. Well, that was a case of Emanuel tidying up. Not such a good bump set from Allisson. Just watch the way Emanuel drifts to his right shoulder goes in, and then he just cuts the ball back. He took the USA to the left side and put the ball back to the right. Oh, huge block from Allisson. Dalhausser won't like that. The crowd love it. Brazil love it. Reached right into the zone and stuffs out Dalhausser. Excellent celebration. He's got him again. Another chance for Brazil. This time Emanuel has a look and he pans it cross court, and Brazil have made their move in this first set. And the USA, well, their heads are down, their shoulders have dropped. And the technical timeout couldn't have come sooner. Fantastic beach volleyball by Brazil. That was incredible from Dalhausser making that reactionary play, but it was a free ball for Brazil. And then Emanuel, full of confidence, pounds that one cross court. Look at Rogers' reaction. He knows this isn't going according to plan. Watch the shoulders drop from Todd Rogers when this ball hits the floor. Sublime beach volleyball, though, from Emanuel. But he's got a very cool head on his shoulders, and he's doing a good job of keeping Allisson cool as well at the moment. There's no question that Allisson is playing at the top of his game right now to be able to compete and put the pressure on the USA. The question that springs to mind is, can he keep it up? Nice change up. Dalhausser fixing Emanuel in the cross court and then going back to the line with the spike. Yep, definitely in. A nod of approval from Allisson and a big roar from the crowd. That's quality hitting, that is. Good touch. Oh, brilliantly popped up in the air by Emanuel and dispatched equally brilliantly by Allisson. Lovely touch, and then Emanuel knows what he has to do here. He needs to give Allisson a chance to hit, and he did exactly that. And Allisson unloading on the ball. That time slightly narrow in the block, Allisson, and that gave Dalhausser the line he needed. Allisson was unsure what to do there, really. He got himself tucked in up at the net, didn't get back out to attack. He was mid-court, tried to go across his body, but got the ball actually more into the net than Dalhausser's block. And this time he gets it off the block. He knows if he goes into the heart of the block, he's going to be in trouble. Look at how high Dalhausser gets when you get an opportunity to do so on the next slow-mo. He is head and shoulders above the net from a standing jump. It's quite incredible. Oh, the touch just taking it away from Emanuel this time. But more importantly for Brazil, they are making the touch. And they've got a healthy lead here, 2 points, which could become 3 if they side out. They're in the perfect position to march on and take this first set, provided they just keep trading points. What a shot that is. Todd Rogers just looks back at Allisson as if to say, how on earth did you do that? Emanuel trying to employ some football skills. Couldn't get there with his hands, tried to go with his feet. Nearly worked. In fact, you'd expected more from him, wouldn't you, being Brazilian? Oh, this is just brilliant. Todd Rogers has got no idea what Emanuel Rigo is going to do. And Rogers is guessing, he's running the wrong way, having to correct and run back. Just watch, he goes one way and then, has to go back the other. And in a desperate attempt, can't keep the ball in play. Nicely done. Calm by Dalhausser. Over the top of the block. Another thumping spike from Allisson. And Rogers caught mid-court. Dalhausser, well, just blocking the line. It was a nothing block, really. Allisson with a free hit. That was an excellent shot from Rogers. This is only his third hit of the match. And he's found the sideline. It's Dalhausser who's under pressure. Brazil in the driving seat. 3 away from taking the first set. Clever, good pick-up. Another chance, though, for Brazil. Nice work by Dalhausser with the pokey. And a good put away from him, so a well-worked point by the USA, gets them back into the game. Just one behind. Important now that Brazil don't panic, they just keep pressing on. They can still get this done in regulation by trading points from here on in. And that's clever play from Brazil. They've called the timeout. They don't want the USA to get on a roll. They don't want them to have any momentum. Brazil know that this is the business end. This is where everything must go in. They can't give the USA any points. They've got to make them work for them. And equally, the USA know that Brazil have to do the same as well. This is the most vocal we've seen the USA in any of their matches. Normally they just sit down and have a drink, don't say anything. Rogers knows he's up against it here. He's got to think a way of getting the USA out of it. So out come the two teams in the first set of this gold medal match here in the Czech Republic. Prague's Golden City, as it's known. And we are seeing a golden performance out here on centre court. Todd Rogers with the serve. That's a little tight to the net. Dalhausser will favour his chances, but it doesn't come back into play. Rogers can't tidy up. He gets a little too far into court. And Brazil have their side out at the second time of asking. It's getting a little nervy for the boys in yellow. Great pick-up. Off the net, so USA break. They've got to try and stop Dalhausser again. But not this time. But it's the USA who are having to work very hard for their side out. Emanuel did the right thing. He went at Dalhausser. If he could have gone anything better, it would have been to put a side spin on the ball and make it difficult to handle. But easy to say when you're watching. Great put away again from Allisson. He finds the cross-court angle, even with Dalhausser prowling and Todd Rogers sat on the angle. And this spike brings up set point for Brazil. Emanuel, what's he going to do here? He would dearly love an ace. Good cut. Well, didn't expect him to make a mistake, but this is Brazil's best chance now. They've got one chance, and they've got to take it. Side out, and that's their set. Just checking who's serving. It should be Todd Rogers, which means it's a strong rotation for the USA. Dalhausser is at the net ready. Rogers with the serve. Little change up. They go at Emanuel. Comes inside, and he cuts it cross-court, and the first set goes the way of Brazil. Their game plan has been executed perfectly. They have the lead here at the Patria Direct Open. And for once, the USA don't have an answer. Confirmation of the score, 21-19. An excellent display of tactics and determination from Brazil to take that first set. This is how it was done. Emanuel comes back inside and just continues on into the cross court. He could see that Rogers had run line, and it was an easy put away. And it doesn't get much easier than that either. One set in the bag, one more to get. Well, Brazil have learned their lessons from the previous 9 encounters, of which they've only won 8, and in particular lost 4 gold medal matches. They have the first set here, second set about to get underway. What do the USA do to get themselves back into it? That's a good start, nice pickup. But Brazil get to go again. Allisson. Oh, a thumper! Absolutely sensational for the first point of the second set. A warm-up hit for Allisson to get Brazil off the mark. That'll do nicely. Slightly wild one from Emanuel, just lost his footing as he looks back at the sand. Followed up by an equally wild one from Dalhausser. He's been going with the jump floaters up until now. A little bit of frustration perhaps from Dalhausser with that last serve. Well, it's two of the best defenders against two of the best blockers, and you're going to see some terrific rallies. And we just witnessed one there. And in the end, it was Rogers who got the better of Rigo, but only just. Net touch against Dalhausser. He's not happy with that. Rogers isn't happy either with the net decision. But it's a judgment call. Judgment was he touched the net, makes the block. Hat touches the net, but it wasn't actually touching Dalhausser at the time. Interesting. Well, Emanuel playing full of confidence. And when he's got the rhythm, there's no stopping him. That one going under the block of Dalhausser. Dalhausser off the net, falling backwards, but still able to find a decent line shot. recovery by Emanuel. Good pick up from Dalhausser. But it's Allisson who has the last word. And he's having another word here with Damien Searle. Doesn't like the handling on the side of the USA. But he did the right thing, he played to the whistle. He's saying that wasn't hard driven and shouldn't have been allowed. The play continued. Allisson made the block, so no damage done. Lovely set. And a great put away. It just caught Emanuel on the way out. He thought for a second there that it touched Alisson's block. He put his hand up. He couldn't stop himself from playing it. Just amazing again from Allisson. And it's all down to Emanuel. He's given him the space off the net to allow Allisson to hit those angles, but Dalhausser can't get near him. Nice work from Rogers. He's had little to do offensively, but when called upon, he's come up with shots like this. Well, words escape me of just how good that play was by Allisson. He was pushed all the way to the baseline, makes an excellent pass, and then comes in and rattles that one to the line. Just like he was jumping off a hard court floor. He is getting so high. What a leave that was. Rogers can't believe this. They're expecting a touch on the block. It's not been given. Emanuel gave up on it. Thought he couldn't get it. Did it touch the block?
Go, 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 go! Gentlemen, it's time to play now.
Well, this is quite incredible, really. Rogers is losing his cool with the officials, and he never does that.
I need you to play right now.
Touch not given. Given out on the sideline.
That's like the worst call I've ever seen.
And a timeout's called by the USA, who are still complaining.
Cut. No more.
Rogers is going to have to be careful here.
No more.
He's not allowed to talk to Damien. He's got to go and sit down, or he's going to get another card, which could be a red one.
Go now.
Well, let's have another look. One, did it touch the block? Yes, it did. And it landed out, but it definitely touched Allisson's hand, and that's where the problem is. It wasn't given. The line judges are there to call the touches, and if it was on the other foot, I can tell you now that Dalhausser and Todd Rogers would not be calling this. It's not for the players to call it. It's touched him as it's gone through. It's not for Allisson to call it either. If the referees don't spot it, if the line judges don't spot it, it didn't happen. And the players know that, and they can complain all they want, but when it's them and it happens to them, they won't call it, because they're not expected to. So a little bit of controversy, which puts Brazil in the driving seat in this second set. And an unforced error from Rogers, and that's a crafty play by Brazil. He was the one who was complaining, he was the one who'd lost his focus, and Rigo has gone straight to him off the back of the timeout, and he's come up with the unforced error. He's gifted Brazil a point. They now lead by 3. And they're sticking with him. Ooh, very nearly another opportunity for Brazil. But Rogers has to calm himself down here. He has to get back in the zone. He has to go about the business of grinding out a result. Otherwise, their winning streak is going to come to an abrupt end. not going to make it. Well, that's the problem that Dalhausser has at times with his block. Because he goes on a big spread block, if the ball's in a little too tight, he gets it in the head. And then unfortunately for Rogers, it just went behind him and he couldn't keep it in play. Glasses off, hat off. Allisson waiting to serve, waiting to come through to block. Good leave again. Chase was on for Emanuel, and definitely Rogers is losing the plot here. More unforced errors in the last few points than he's made in the entire match. And Brazil are going to keep working it. Well, that was the only sign of immaturity we've seen from Allisson throughout this tournament. He just needed to make Todd Rogers play the ball. Didn't need to gift him any points. And Emanuel gets him out of trouble. Hits the ball before Dalhausser gets set. Dalhausser against Emanuel can go like an indoor block. He can go up at the same time as Emanuel because Emanuel hits the ball on the way up. But as yet, Dalhausser hasn't quite reacted in that way as Rogers gets himself a side out, trudges off to take his seat, technical timeout, and he looks like a beaten man, does Todd Rogers, but don't take that for granted. There's still a way to go yet. There's an example of what happens to Dalhausser on occasion with his spread block. Second half of the second set about to begin. It's Brazil in the driving seat. Dalhausser with the serve, he'll come through to block. The USA chasing the game, and when you're chasing the game, the mistakes creep in. Nice pick-up. Only cross courts available, and in trying to make it as difficult as he could, he's unfortunately unable to keep it in court. But both Rogers and Dalhausser had moved into that cross-court zone. Sometimes called the chicken wing, that dig. Allisson hoisting it high, and then look how far out he is. He can only go cross-court here. And when he tried to go inside, he missed the antenna. Off the block and out, or not. No touch given, and no complaint from Allisson. So 1 point back for the USA. Well, then they're getting no joy at all from Allisson at the moment by dropping the ball short on him. It's a tactic that has worked well in the past, but today they're playing against a different Allisson, an Allisson who is seeing everything in front of him and knows exactly what's available to him. But not only that, it's an Allisson who is getting some good touches against Dalhausser, keeping the pressure on the USA, even though they get their side out. There's always that concern. As in the back of the USA's mind about whether or not they're going to get clean winners, whether or not they're going to get a run of points. There's a chance to get one here. Brilliant, simply brilliant. Emanuel with a wonderful dig, and Allisson knows that that chance almost got away from them, but he made a great touch here, plenty of height on the ball, and then Emanuel pops it up, and Allisson straight down the middle. Brazil rescue their side out, and they keep their lead. And now it's Dalhausser with the unforced error. It's going from bad to worse for the USA. But the dream is almost coming true now for Brazil. At the 5th time of asking in a final against Rogers and Dalhausser, Brazil have a glimpse of gold. It's the one thing, though, they've got to keep furthest from their mind right now. They've got to stay in the zone and keep making the digs, keep making the court look small, which is what they're doing. Dalhausser's yet to hit a clean winner in the second half of this set. Either Alisson's getting a touch or Emanuel is. This time Allisson drifts from the cross court into the line and whips it past Dalhausser. That was excellent play from Brazil, because Allisson waited, he went very late into the line, and then Dalhausser looked and suddenly he could see Emanuel was there. He tried to cut it short, and he's popped it straight into the net, the frustration beginning to tell, the game beginning to slip away from the USA. And this time, he does what he knows he should have done last time. He hits it hard off the block and out.
Team 18. Let's clap our hands for the US. Clap, clap.
And it's block out by Allisson. And maybe now Brazil have one eye on the scoreboard. Great read by Emanuel. Great pickup by Rogers. USA scrambling. Emanuel's there again. This time Dalhausser makes the dig. But it's free ball for Brazil and it goes out! Unbelievable! What a rally! What a point for Brazil! They're on the cusp of victory here now. The crowd are on their feet as it's match point for the #2 seeds. It will be Allisson to serve. He's going to come through to block. The USA need a side out to stay in the match. It's too tight to the net, and that's it! A great block from Allisson to seal the deal, and Brazil have won here in the Czech Republic at the 5th time of asking. It's gold for Allisson and Emanuel. And the winning streak for Brazil has begun, and the winning streak for the USA has come to a crashing halt. They totally outplayed the USA. They got their tactics right from the start. They went to Dalhausser, and it paid dividends. Allisson, unquestionably man of the match. Brazil, unquestionably, the team of the tournament. Well, what a game that was, goodness me. It's Brazil who take gold. The USA have to make do with silver. And at last, USA's grip on the Patria Direct Open has come to an end. First it was Rosenthal and Gibb, then it was Dalhausser and Rogers, but now it's Emanuel and Allisson who claim gold and will be top of the podium. This is how it was done. Rogers had given up, he knew it was all over, despite the best attempts of Dalhausser to try and keep it going. Allisson was there, and he wasn't letting it come back over. Well, you can watch this again and again, particularly if you're Brazilian. The winning point, the moment it all came good, and goal.